the second video for kind of cell camera maintenance as we're getting ready to put cell cameras out. Again, like I said in the first one, it's a busy time for all cell camera companies. People are activating cameras. They've forgotten how they activate them. Their cards have expired and they can't figure out why it won't activate. It's just a lot of headaches right now for them. So show some grace when dealing with all your cell camera companies, customer service people right now, because you know, like I said, there's people turning cameras on that won't come on, and they're, you know, trying to figure it out, and there's, you know, it's a headache, it's busy, so just show some grace with them. So I wanted to make a few videos kind of about some basic stuff that might help you, that might keep you from having to deal with customer service and things like that. One issue that I deal with a lot, or I see a lot on Facebook and the Facebook groups, is getting fog on your lens, the exterior and the interior. Two different things, and we're going to talk about both of them. The interior, what you're probably going to have to do is take your battery pack out. I would go ahead and open this door up, take your antenna off, everything you can that might open some air to this, and I would put it in a Ziploc bag with rice. And the other option would be those little gel packets that you can buy on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. You can cram them up in there, up in your battery tray. You've got some, you know, that's where a one-way moisture can come in, moisture in these areas too. That'll hopefully draw that out. Leave it in that bag of rice, or leave it in a Ziploc bag with those gel things for a couple days at least. Maybe longer, a week maybe at the most. And then you might be able to pull them out and try it again. But once it gets in there, it's hard to get out. I do think one of the issues with all cameras is they're basically a front, and then they're a back, and then they're put together, and there's a seal, like a rubber seal that goes around there. And that's all cameras, not any brand specific, but that seal eventually over time, it's out in the woods, you know, it's the harsh conditions, the heat of summer, 100 degrees, 110 degrees, getting baked, cold winter, negative degrees, getting rained on a lot in the spring and fall. I think that seal can deteriorate and potentially leak on any camera. And so if that's happened to you, it's going to be kind of tough to keep that seal right there working if your camera's a little older. So one thing I do, and I actually make these, and you can check them out, and I've got some new stuff coming on these, so stick around. These are little solar panels. These are little rain shields or snow shields that you put on that fits on your rail of a Tacticam camera. All the X's, SKs, XBs, X2.0s, the original X Pro, anything with this rail on top. And I've got something coming for the new one, so stick around, check out my eBay store, badger.bow.mounts. For that, and follow that, and you'll stick around. I'll also post it on here when they're ready, so you'll know if you're subscribing to the channel. So like and subscribe, you'll see a video on that as well. Nonetheless, these go on here, and if you look at these, it keeps all the rain and moisture off of that seal that I'm talking about right here, that potentially over time is going to degrade, wear down. You know, it's just rubber, it's a glue, it's a gasket. It's just going to happen over time, especially with the conditions these in. So if you have this here, any rain or moisture or dew that's falling in the morning should stay off of that seal, and it's going to fall off and run off the side. So that's the idea behind these. Also, if it's raining, it's going to keep rain off of your lenses and the front of your camera. So that's the purpose behind those. I do think they work good. Some places, and I've got places like this where it's a swamp or a low area that just holds water and it just stays foggy. One thing you want to do is you want to get some Rain-X. This is the squirt bottle. I used to be able to find wipes like in a little bag, like a wet wipe type thing. I hadn't found those in a while, so I'm just having to go to this. If you can find the baggie that you pull out the wipes that are already wet with the Rain-X, that's a good method to go with. But what I do is hit this on a little paper towel, rub that paper towel on all of these lenses, on all these sensors and lenses and lights. I want all of that to be super hydrophobic, the term. I want water to run off of this. I don't want water setting on my sensors or fogging up my lenses and stuff like that. I want it to be repelled as it hits it and runs off. And there are other things that are also super hydrophobic, and this is probably not even the best. It's just the easiest access, and it's probably the cheapest. So you want something, like I said, that's going to make that water run off and stay off, and that'll help a bunch. You may have to apply this every month to 2 months. This is probably a little more wears off a little easier, just like it would on a vehicle, being out in the weather. So you might have to hit it a little more often. You can get a smaller bottle to keep in your pack when you're going out checking cameras and stuff, and just hit those with a little paper towel every so often. And that'll help keep the rain off of the outside, the exterior part of this lens. I know I've dealt with that. Having a rain guard on top helps, because as that dew falls in the morning, it hits this first and doesn't get on your lens. And again, if it's getting inside there, you could potentially take them apart, but it's going to void your warranty, and I don't know that you're going to have any better luck getting moisture out of the interior by actually taking it apart, versus if you're just getting rice or gels up in here, it'll eventually pull that out. So I would try that first. In the last resort, maybe take it apart, but I wouldn't recommend that up front. But that'll help keep your lenses clean. That'll help keep water out of the interior of your cameras. So those are big deals. Those are things we see all the time. So if you know somebody that's having that issue, send them this video, or just let them know what I mentioned to you. Like I said, before I go, like, subscribe. There'll be some cool new stuff coming. Check out bowcrew.com. At checkout, use RRWoods20, save you 20%, helps the channel out. Check out my eBay store. I got a lot of cool stuff on there, a lot of cell camera related stuff, hunting related stuff, innovative stuff. I've got some Tacticam items that I got at a good price, and I'm just passing that price on. They should be the cheapest on eBay. So check those out. That helps me out a bunch, helps the channel out, keeps us up and running. So appreciate it. Stick around, like, subscribe.